Good morning. It's 1 a.m. Sunday, 60 minutes into the day. Yet this day is connected with yesterday. The first 45-degree angle is at 10:30 or 90 minutes before the day and will end 90 minutes after the midnight hour. So this is what I have to do, right? Don't get confused with this. This is what happened. I'm sitting at the bar. Dieu de ciel. Dieu de ciel says, God of the sky. And when this all began, it brought me to a hospital called Hotel Dieu, which means the house of God. And this is what happened. I noticed there was a number 87 twice written down, and I didn't know why. So I looked it over, and 8H, 7G. We all know this is a family. It takes two numbers to create the 8. It takes two numbers to create the 7. Whether it's a 6 and 1, 5 and 2, or 4 and 3, whether it's 4 and 4. And when you get 4 and 4, that gives you the odds of 8 to 1. That's right. 8 to 1 is 4 and 4, so 8 equals 4. If that's correct in the game of craps, okay? It's not 6 to 1 because there's more ways to make 8 and 6 than there is to make 4 and 10, which there's only two ways to make 4 and 10. It's 3 and 1 or 2 and 2. The 8 is 4 and 4. The 8 is 5 and 3. The 8 is 6 and 2. There is no 7 and 1. There is no 7 on the dice cube. So there's 3 ways to make one of them. There's 2 ways to make the other. The two-way part, the 4 and 8 of 8 of a 10, excuse me, I made a mistake. 4 is 3 and 1, and 4, okay, is 2 and 2. 10 is 6 and 4, and 5 and 5. So the 5 and 5 and the 2 and 2 can come together, bringing it to the beta world, the B world. The 6 and 8 is a 4 and 4, and a 3 and 3, DC worlds. DC world is a crisscross connection. You can look at your telephone. I don't know where my calculator is right now. It could be in the bag. So let me go back, because I always like to run around with my calculator in the bag. In the bag. 3 and 4 crisscross, 5 and 2 are in the center. So we would create the diamond. This would create the diamond. Let me show you how we're going to design this. Okay, so if we get 2 and 5, and then we get 4 and 3. I'm showing it on this. So we get this here, okay, this here over here, this here over here, this here over here, and this. This makes the diamond. This diamond is in the roulette, and it makes a design. It makes the design. I'm not sure if we have it on the floor, and we can't see it because it's a little too dark inside the house. But in the roulette wheel, it makes a certain diamond. And in the roulette wheel, this diamond will create 8 over 11 and 10 over 13, and then it will create this over here, the same diamond as that. This will create 24, this will create 19 equals to 43 DC, the same numbers as I was talking about. It will do the same command at 28, 29, and 26 and 31. 31 and 13, 2 and 8 is 10, 2 and 9 is 11, 2 and 6 is 8. It's the same design. This one equals 55 equaling to 10, and this one equals to 59 equal to 14. This equals to 24 equals to the cat. This equals to the bed of DC. Okay, 2 and 4. 2 and 4, they need the 1 for electric company to ignite. 2 and 1 make 3, 4 and 1 makes 5. 3 and 4 and 5 on reverse sides. Now, I didn't explain that exactly the way it should be. 59, 55, 19 and 55 equals to 74. 24 and 59 equals to a total of 83. The Church of Jesus is what this explains. This is 24 and 11 equals to 35. This one equals to 39. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 equals 39, 37, and 35. 35 and 39 equals to 74, and that is the cycle. 7 games or 7 balls in pool. Two people, if you play pool, right? Two separate people are looking to knock in 7 balls. It doesn't matter if it's the high or the low, but the 2 people at the beginning of the game are choosing from 2 cycles of 7. So let's get out of this now and show you what I really wanted to do in this video. Okay, but before I begin this video, kilo is a weight, watt. Weight is in metric. Martian is part of that kilowatt. Martian, or the house of Zion, demons, or part of dimension. Thank you, Mary. Celsius, C3 Fahrenheit. How do we get Celsius? With 2 and 1. That's the only way, 2 and 1. How do we get Fahrenheit? 3 and 3. 2 and 4, 1 and 5. All can be made on a die. Here's 1, here's 3. 1 and 3 is the AC, the alternate current will create the Celsius exchange. H and G, 7 and 7 is 14. The letter N. H, 8 and 8 is 16 is 7. General Electric Company, 16 and 14 equals to creation. 30 equals to 36. Okay, we're not going to go through this. I hope you're keeping up with me. I think I'm a little quick. The N will create the passage of the sun, the crisscross sun, and this will bring in the light, the sun and the light. 1 times 6, 1 plus 6 is 7 and 6, 13. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 equals to 0, 9, equals to 22. This is the transformation of Grover-Cleveland that connects the two worlds together. 0, 9 becomes 6 and 9, 69, 79, 82. This is the cycle of the moon. 6 and 9 is 15. 15 and 13 is 28, the cycle of the moon. 2, 8, 8, 2. Cycle of the moon. 88 equals 7 in the center. 272 is inside wind big red. Somehow they're connecting Nibiru to this because both of these will create the east-west sun. 46 is going to be the total. I already know. And this is the same number for Zion, Israel. I'm not happy that I ruined my whole page, but let's go on. 8 and 8 is 16, becomes 7. 16 is the light. 7 and 7 is 14, creates 5. General Electric Company. This, okay, would be the Star of David. Why is it the Star of David? Take a look at this. Okay, when you're taking a look at this, right, there will be on this side, there will be a total of 12 areas. Why? The void. Okay, you remember what I showed you? The angle that I just showed you, the angle from the other page, this angle over here, okay, this will show up on every single corner of the Magen David. Let me do this a little bit better. I know it's very fast. I shouldn't be rushing, okay, but it's over here and then over here. And then it's over here and then it's over here. Then it's over here and then it's over here. Then it's over here and it's over here. All these numbers this will create the sailboat, okay? This will create a sailboat, this. We're not going to put any eyes and make it look like anything, right? But this is a sailboat sailing on the star of the Magen David. These will create the understanding for these numbers, but let's not take it any further. Let's go back. I just want to talk about what I began with, and I know I seem to probably have lost a lot of people, but in general, I will do this video over again. This is the gateway. Why? Because 7 returns to 5. 8 goes up to 0. Here is your 50-star cycle, the 50-star system. Why? Because there's no more pennies on the market. The pennies have been turned over to CERN or Ceres. Why? Because this C and E is 3 and 5, and it's Earth, Electric Company, and Earth, and it's French, and it's connected to Jupiter. 50, because of the penny, is now gone. 7 will now be 5, and 8 will be 0, and it's all run in one system, and 5 goes right over here. 5 goes there, 5 goes over here. Then there's the split, the two of them together. You see this IH that connects the two? This is your 8, 9, the birth inside the cycle. Because now we're running in the high sky, we run number 8 and 9 is the birth. Not one cube, but we play with 2 cubes, and then the cube of Lunas, which is our moon, running inside the 9 birth inside of our body. Because there's 2 different kinds of 8. There's this kind of 8, okay, and there's this kind of 8. See this here? There's 4 here, and there's 4 over here, and here's the 9. This is your 9 card, and this is your 8 card. The 8 represents the 6 card. The 9 represents the 9 in its own. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. With this 1 here, we now connect these two sides. So there's a 5 in the center, the 4 above, the 4 below. 4 and 4 equals 8, and 5 equals to a total of lucky number 13, bringing life into existence. We're not going to talk about this, but what happens now? Now what I'm going to do is show you that when the third world is brought in, when there's a separation between the worlds and it's brought in, there's not only 8, there's 3 times 8, 24 equals 6. There's 3 times 7 equals 21. Celsius is the cube. The total is 45. When you add up 1 all the way to 9, it equals to 45. And this is the sun. In fact, there's 2 suns. 254th day of the year is the day of the sun, and that is on September 11th. 6 and 3 brings you fox. Why does this bring you fox? Because 6, 6, 6 is 6F. O15 equals 6. O. X 24, 2 and 4 is 6. X 24 fox. Sun, fox, sun, 2 suns, day, fox, Sunday, NFL football. So for me, the next thing, it's going to be created somewhere in the football, because the football, okay, must go not through this, okay? The football must now go through. Do you remember the design I made over here? Right? Well, this football must go through here on a certain angle, okay? When you pass a football, you don't pass a football like this. You're passing the football like this. I don't know what that angle is. There's a chance that that angle is 11.25 degrees. I'm not sure, but it's between this and 22.5 degrees. Why? Because then it ends up to be 45. The number in the sun is the angle. 1125 equals to 5.625. 5.6125. 125 is memory. Memory inside 2015, or how about 51 Mars and 52 Earth inside of 0, 6, which is all sixes. Why? Because it's the moons of Mars. It's the 9 lives of the cat, and I can't start to explain to you why in numbers. Take my word for it. It's the reality. But if I just tell you that, then I would just seem like a real hoaxer. So let's just leave that out right now. We're just going to leave that out. So we have Fox NFL football. This equals to 15. This equals to 6. This equals to 45 equals 6, 9, 6 rotation. 4, 1, 4. That is your DNA. So it's your DNA strand cycle, okay, that seems to be controlled somewhere in the system we live. You see, for me, okay, for me, this is for me, my reality. And you can't change it. You only can mold, put a little bit more mold. When I work, I'm not working with a hard clay. I'm working with gold because it's pliable. Gold. I saw something today that had to do with gold, and I can't remember what it is. It seems like this whole video seems like I can't remember this, and I should, but there's no shoulds and coulds. I just don't know exactly how to express myself, but I know, I am certain that within my own reality, help me mold my gold, because my gold is my truth, is my word. My reality can be twisted a little bit, contorted, because numbers do not lie, and I got all the words I spoke in numbers, in certain and precise calculations. We do know that it lies inside the suit. I do know that you see this over here? It says 51, 51, 51, 51, which is Mars. At the same time, it says R, Ra, okay? And at the same time, it says 21, 21, 21, 21, which is 3. That is Nibiru. Why? Because 3 and 11 are the same. 3 and 11 are exactly the same. Seems like I'm losing my dice tonight. 3 and 11 are the same. Here's 3. Here's 11. Here's 3. Here's 11. Pool. You want to play pool? This is what you get. Now in pool, something else that you do get is this anomaly. 2 and 12. What's the missing piece? You are. This is the ruler of 1 and 1 creation. 1 and 1, the reverse is 6 and 6. It's the only 77 that comes alive. One way it's a 6, the other way, two different ways, creates your 8. When you have them two different ways, it creates your 8. Because this dot fills into here. I need another one up here. So what I'm going to do now with this is, why? Because in pool, 3 and 11 are perfect. But in pool, 2 and 10, which makes 12, and that's perfect. Now if we try one more in pool, let's see if it works. Let's see 3, and what else can we do? 3 and 4? 3, no, we can't do that. This would be 7. We would have to have 15. How would we get 15? I'm not sure. I have to think of this. I had 3 that got 11. That was fine. I had 2. Okay, I had 2. Right? So if I take 3, and 3 is 6, and 8 makes 14. 6 is a green ball, and 8 is 14, and that's a green ball. Works out perfectly so far, no problem. The thing is, once we turn it around to 4, the next number, we're back to 3 again because it's the same thing. Now, if we go on and move to 5, and we move to 5, now don't forget I'm talking to myself, so nobody's actually watching this right now. 5 and 5, and 2 and 2, 10. 2 and 2 is 14. The 4 ball, okay, this is a little different. The 4 ball in pool is purple, is it not? The 4 ball gets the 12. We have 14. I must eliminate one of the 2's to end up with a 12. So what I'm trying to actually explain is that there's a reality in numbers that must work. It's an obligation. Some of them I have not created the mathematical contortion of its own reality, other than 1 and 1 is 2, reverse to 6 and 6, 12, the difference is 10, and 1 and 2, did I get that right? 1 and 2, 1 and 2, and poof, 6 and 5 is 11, that's perfect. They're both red, and guess what? That's Nibiru. That's the red for Nibiru. 3 and 11 is 14, and that's the circumference of a dice. And the circumference of something, the ring around the moon. Or the ring around the sun, because 14, 1 times 4, 1 plus 4, makes up the sun. Seems like 5, the sun and the moon, seem to come together in numbers. Raphael 7286 and a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for me watching.